undefeated. Undefeated. Who do you think that you are? When I tell y'all that I run things, y'all better believe me. Spin the earth on my finger like round ball. I'm a globetrotter. That's easy. No lie.
What up, everybody who likes boxing, who talks boxing, and makes boxing videos? How y'all doing today? So, this is my response video to the boxing junkie who did a video, I would say like 3 or 4 days ago, asking should we use or should we allow fighters to use PEDs with no consequence. A while back he said he was gonna make this video, and I said that I would, once he did, I would make my response video. And so he uploaded a video a couple days ago. I just listened to it, and he makes valid points. Now my stance is still the same. I'm against the PED use, and it's really for just a couple simple reasons. So now, one reason that he didn't bring up that I actually think would have been a good one, and JR knows that I respect him, so this is not like any kind of a diss response. This is just, we just have two different views on the same topic. But anyways, I was just surprised that he didn't bring up probably aside from seeing, two fighters at their best when they're enhanced, would be the fact that these fights wouldn't get canceled. If everything's legal, then a lot of money would be saved on testing, and ultimately we would never see a fight canceled due to somebody being on PEDs. So, but other than that, he pretty much touched on every single pro that you possibly can. Now, I'm still opposed to PEDs because there are some cons, and in my opinion, they're just too big to ignore. The first con that I want to touch on, and keep in mind this is my take. So the first con that I want to touch on is health. Now, it's not a unknown fact that a lot of I'm not going to say all fighters, but a lot of fighters are not the sharpest tools in the shed. Right? They're not the smartest guys. And if you just legalize all PEDs, they could be taking PEDs that are harmful to themselves. What good does it do if you're stronger, you didn't age as much, you heal faster, but you end up dying? There's been many athletes who have died before their time, and what I mean by that is that, they were very young, and it's due to the effects of taking anabolic steroids or other PEDs. It's been very prominent, especially in professional wrestling. Now, I haven't watched professional wrestling since I was in high school, but I do remember seeing, many professional wrestlers dying because, and they were young, and come to find out the reason why is because a lot of times was an enlarged heart. A lot of times steroids can cause your heart to become enlarged, and it's not meant for the human body. The human body was not designed to handle that. And there's other health issues that can arise from it. That's just one example. So I kind of talked to Nordic Warrior about this on a video I did in the past. Like, we were in the comment section, and he was mentioning that it's usually, as far as like the health of the opponent, it's usually not, it's blown way out of proportion where they're in danger. Most of the danger falls on the user. And I actually knew that, and that being the case, I still am against PEDs, because some of these guys don't know any better than to look out for their own health. So that's one reason why I'm against PED use. Another reason why I'm against PED use is simply because you see the unfairness that happens right now, having to do with money, having to do with a lot of different things. And it's pretty apparent that these fighters will do whatever they can to get an unfair advantage. All right? My fear is, if PEDs are legalized, that it's going to become not really both athletes at their best when they're enhanced. It's going to be who has the money to put up for the newest drug. Who has the money to not only put up for the newest drug, but be able to stop the supplier from supplying that drug to their opponent. Just think about that. Because of course there are the drugs that will have multiple sources. But if somebody comes up with a drug and they're the only ones who have this drug, and you have somebody who has made a lot of money, such as, I don't like to talk about them, but I'll bring them up just because it actually is a good example, is Floyd Mayweather. And by the way, this is not me accusing Floyd Mayweather or anything like that. I'm just using him as an example. Let's just turn back the hands of time and say that during his when he was active, that PEDs were 100% legal. There was no such thing as a banned substance. And Floyd Mayweather had the money, and there's a drug that somebody developed that is great. Floyd Mayweather is not only willing to pay a whole lot of money to get his hands on that drug, but he is willing to pay a whole lot more money to ensure that his opponent cannot get his hands on that drug. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't really create a level playing field. All right. So what does that fighter have to do? They have to settle for less. They have to find another PED that is similar, but may not necessarily be as good. So those are my two main points, really, when it comes to PED use. If it wasn't for the fact that PEDs didn't take a toll, there wasn't these negative effects on the user's body that could shorten their lifespan, I would be a lot more open to it. But the fact of the matter is, I've seen a lot of athletes die in my time due to PED use. Mainly anabolic steroids. But PED use nonetheless. Now, there's a PED that has absolutely no negative effects, or the negative effects are not resulting in death, and heart disease and, just health problems, then that's different. Because then the money issue to me, it's still a big issue, but that's not anywhere near as severe as the health issue. Anyways, that's my response to JR. If you haven't checked him out, please do, or I should say the boxing junkie, because that's what he's listed as. But make sure you check him out. I'll try to put a link in the description to the video that he did. But anyways, some of my subscribers, anybody who watches my videos, or you just so happen to stumble upon this video, please have a wonderful, blessed day. Peace.
How you think you gon' stop the